Close your eyes and journey back millions of years to a time when the Earth was a canvas of untamed wilderness. Picture a distant island where the world is ruled by creatures of ancient power, beings that have long since vanished from our reality, but now stand before you in vivid life. This is Gonda, the lost world where dinosaurs reign once more. Beneath the surface of these ancient waters, life thrived in a world both mysterious and magnificent. It was a realm teeming with creatures that seemed almost otherworldly. Among these rulers of the deep were the Kaiwakea, majestic marine reptiles that dominated the vast oceans surrounding the island. With their sleek bodies and powerful flippers, they navigated the ancient seas with grace and precision, commanding the waters with an effortless authority. This magical underwater world, hidden from the eyes of those on land, was a place of wonder and awe, where the Kaiwakea reigned supreme, to the rugged shorelines carved by time. Beyond, dense forests stretch endlessly, sheltering the giants of the land. And above it all, the skies are commanded by flying titans, masters of the wind, sovereigns of the air. While vast grasslands teem with the thunderous footsteps of dinosaurs, their presence a testament to the power of life itself. In this magnificent ecosystem, herbivores thrived, flourishing amid the lush vegetation that sustained their kind. These gentle giants roamed in herds, their presence a cornerstone of the island's delicate balance. Amidst the daily rhythms of survival, bonds were forged, strong, enduring connections between mates. And yet, within this ancient world, there are countless untold stories still waiting to be discovered. In the heart of this seemingly tranquil island, an extraordinary story unfolds. We've been granted the rare opportunity to follow one of its most magnificent inhabitants, a creature destined to become a true giant of the ancient world. Meet Terra, a newly hatched Apatosaurus. Though she may be small now, Terra belongs to a lineage that once roamed the vast expanse of the Morrison Formation, a prehistoric landscape stretching across what is now Wyoming, Colorado, and Montana during the late Jurassic period. Terra is just one of 27 hatchlings, all scattered across the dense forests of the island. Lifting her neck up high is a form of affection towards her siblings, a greeting, one could say. The forest, alive with the sounds of ancient life, harbors not just her kin, but also the curious eyes of other dinosaurs intrigued by these vulnerable newcomers. Despite their size and predatory nature, these young suckos, sucos, pose little threat to the herd. The Apatosaurus, sensing no immediate danger, remain calm and unbothered, their focus still on their journey and on one another. As adults, these colossal sauropods could grow up to 23 meters in length and weigh an astounding 16 to 22 tons. They were living marvels of their time, embodying the awe-inspiring power of nature. Apatosaurus hatchlings often arrive in small clutches, sheltered within the dense forests. Occasionally, their parents choose to nest together, raising their young in the open, where the risk of getting lost is high. However, Terra doesn't have the fortune of parental protection. Instead, she relies on the safety in numbers provided by her siblings. Unbeknownst to her, many of Terra's siblings will eventually fall prey to the ruthless carnivores that roam this land. But for now, she is safe. During their first years, young Apatosaurus grow at an astonishing rate, driven by an insatiable hunger for the rich nourishment their environment provides. However, not all will thrive equally. In the scramble for food, some of Terra's siblings may fall behind, unable to keep up with the rapid growth of their more fortunate broodmates. Terra and her siblings spend much of their first year in a state of constant vigilance. For these young Apatosaurus, sleep is a luxury they can scarcely afford, as resting too long could spell disaster. Terra, with a budding sense of leadership, has naturally assumed the role of guiding her siblings. Despite her youth, she steps forward with determination, and her siblings follow her without hesitation. Terra guides her siblings toward a nearby river. Though hesitant, they trust her and follow. Crossing this river will be no easy feat for these young sauropods, but if they are to reach the sanctuary of the forest, they must brave the waters together. Luckily, they made it across the river. This time, at least. As they continue to grow rapidly, one of Terra's brothers has already begun to display his vibrant male coloration, a striking palette of red, blue, and green that ripples across his developing body. This vivid display is not only a sign of his maturing strength, but also a rare genetic inheritance, a unique trait that few among their kind possess this early on. Terra has now entered her late adolescent years, a time of rapid growth and transformation. Weighing in at an impressive 12 tons, she is steadily approaching the next stage of her life. However, it will still take Terra a few more years to fully reach adulthood. While she is rapidly growing and approaching maturity, the path to becoming a fully grown Apatosaurus is gradual. During this time, she will continue to gain strength, size, and experience, all essential for her future as a thriving adult. A stranger Apatosaurus, distinct and unfamiliar, catches the attention of Terra's herd. For a moment they pause, their curiosity piqued by the newcomer. Apatosaurus are highly social creatures, known for their extraordinary vocalizations that resonate across the landscape. These deep, resonant calls allow them to communicate with others of their kind. A juvenile Utahraptor has caught the attention of Terra and her siblings. Though small and relatively harmless to the herd, its presence prompts a display of the young Apatosaurus's natural defenses. They respond with magnificent calls, a chorus of deep sounds. As the herd presses forward, the smallest sibling struggles to keep up, its tiny legs lagging behind the rest. Terra, focused on her own survival and future, regards this runt with indifference. In the harsh reality of their world, she sees the weakest as inevitable prey for predators, understanding that protecting it could jeopardize her own survival. A Hatzegopteryx, a massive flying reptile, attacks, its sharp eyes locked on the vulnerable sibling. Desperation fuels its boldness as the dry season has left its territory barren and food scarce. Terra remains unbothered, her instincts telling her to move on. After a tense standoff, the giant reptile retreats, leaving the smallest sibling shaken but alive. For now, the herd remains intact, the bond between the brothers reaffirmed, even as Terra continues to focus on her own path. This day and night mark the final moments Terra will spend with her brothers. As the hours pass, she begins to distance herself, drawn by the instinctual pull of independence and the need to find her own way. Slowly but surely, she moves further from the group, her bond with them gently loosening with each step. Terra and one of her brothers spend a few hours in each other's company, a silent acknowledgement of their shared past and the paths they are about to take. By dawn, Terra feels the call of the wild, and without looking back, she wanders off alone, ready to embrace the journey that lies ahead. Her time with her brothers, though cherished, is now a part of her history as she steps into her future as a solitary Apatosaurus, ready to face the challenges and opportunities of her new life. Terra has now fully grown into a magnificent adult Apatosaurus, towering over her surroundings at a staggering 21 tons. To signal her readiness, Terra broadcasts her powerful calls across her territory, her deep, resonant voice echoing through the forests and plains. Her intent is clear. She is ready to mate. It doesn't take long for a response. An old male, experienced and wise, has heard her calls and answers with his own, drawing nearer to her. When they finally meet, the old male showcases his striking coloration, an impressive display of teal and red, along with his vibrant, muscular neck, a feature that has only deepened with age and experience. Terra, intrigued by his display, responds in kind. Their calls intertwine, creating a harmonious duet that reverberates through the landscape. This is just the beginning of their courtship. Together, they engage in a remarkable mating ritual that involves hours of singing, graceful neck displays, and synchronized movements. Their long necks intertwine, and they shake their massive bodies in unison, each gesture a testament to their mutual interest and readiness to mate. This ritual, a dance of connection and promise, can continue for days, an extraordinary display of nature's beauty and complexity. In this timeless ritual, Terra and her mate solidify their bond, ensuring the continuation of their species. It is a truly remarkable and awe-inspiring event, a testament to the resilience and grandeur of these ancient giants. A few months later, the results of Terra and her mate's remarkable courtship become evident. Terra is now a mother. Though unexperienced in this new role, nature's wisdom is already guiding her. The instincts that have been honed through millions of years of evolution now rise to the forefront, compelling her to protect and nurture her offspring with unwavering dedication. These young Apatosaurus represent the future, the continuation of her lineage, and she is prepared to defend them with her life if necessary. Every movement, every sound, and every interaction is now infused with a newfound purpose, to ensure the survival of her young in a world that is both beautiful and perilous. However, no mother is perfect, and even the strongest cannot shield their young from every danger. Tragedy strikes Terra's newly formed family when a pair of Giganotosaurus, relentless and fierce predators, target her vulnerable hatchlings. In a heart-wrenching moment, one of her young is taken, leaving the family in a state of deep mourning. Sauropods like Terra are highly emotional creatures, much like our modern-day elephants. They form strong bonds with their offspring, and the loss of a young one resonates deeply within them. Terra, overwhelmed by the sorrow of losing her hatchling, feels the weight of grief settle over her. The once vibrant calls of communication are now tinged with sadness, and her movements are slower, burdened by the heartache that only a mother can know.